This is solving equations with variables on different sides of the equation. These are the things you should know and remember before we start the lesson. First, the goal of solving an equation is to isolate the variable. Therefore, you want a variable on one side and a number on the other. Next, whenever you're solving equations, you should always complete distributive property first. Next, if you want to move terms across the equal sign, you must use the opposite operation. Therefore, if I have minus, the opposite operation would be plus. If I had plus, the opposite operation would be to minus. If I had to divide, the opposite operation would be to multiply. And if I had to multiply, the opposite operation would be to divide. For example, I have a -4 I want to move to the other side. So I will do the opposite operation of a -4 or a -4, and I'll make it +4. If I do something on one side, I'll do it to the other. That removes the term on the left side, and you would complete the problem by adding 4 on the opposite side to get 28. If I had multiplication, I would do the opposite. I would divide 5 on both sides to get the variable. If I had a +3 that I had to move over, I'd make it a -3. And if I do something on one side, I do it to the other. And that leaves me with x equals 8. And last, if I had division, I would multiply on both sides. Give me x equals 42. All right, so now it's time to get down to business. What if there were variables on both sides of the equal sign? What would you do? First thing, do not get nervous. Second, remember our goal doesn't change. We still want to get the variable on one side and a number on the other. So when you're dealing with variables on both sides of the equation, the first thing you want to do is look to see if you have to combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. In this case, you do not. Which brings us to step number 2, combine like terms across the equal sign. Here we have the 5x and the 3x, and we also have the constants of 1 and 5. I'm going to start with the variables for no particular reason. You could have started with the constants, it doesn't matter. But here, I want to move the 3x over to the 5x. So I have to do the opposite operation. So I have a +3x, so I want to make it -3x. And if I do something on one side, I'll do it to the other. This cancels out the 3x on the right side and leaves me with 2x on the left. And I'll bring down the rest of the equation that wasn't touched. Last, or second to last step, I have to take this +1 and move it to the other side, to the 5. So I'll minus the 1 by doing the opposite operation. If I do something on one side, I'll do it to the other, and that leaves me with 4 on the right side and 2x on the left side. In the last step, I am left with multiplication. I will divide and do the opposite. And that'll leave me with x equals 2. And now we know the value of x. Let's look at another problem. In this example, we have to combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. So that's what we're going to do first. In this situation, you have -5x and 13x as like terms. And now we have to combine them. And when you do, you're going to get 8x. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down everything else I did not touch in the problem. Now we move to step 2 in combining like terms on the opposite sides of the equal sign. So I have to bring this 6x over to the 8x. And I'm going to do that by doing the opposite operation. And that gets rid of the 6x, and I bring down the 15, the equal sign, the 45, and 8 minus 6 is a positive 2x. My next step, I'll bring the 45 over to the 15 by doing the opposite operation. Since it's positive, I'll make it negative. If I do something to one side, I'll do it to the other. That gets rid of the 45s. 15 minus 45 is a negative 30. And I'm left with negative 30 equals 2x. My last step is to divide 2 on both sides to get x by itself. And I'm left with x equals negative 30 divided by 2, which equals negative 15. The last example I'm going to show you is one with distributive property. And when you have distributive property, you want to complete the distributive property first. So you would multiply 5 times negative 2y to get negative 10y, 5 times positive 3 to get a positive 15, and you have 13 with negative 8y on the other side. From here, you should know what to do. You have variables on opposite sides, or like terms on opposite sides of the equation, of the equal sign. Therefore, I want to bring them together. So I'm going to plus 8y on each side. That gets rid of the 8y on the right side, and that leaves me with negative 2y on the left, plus 15 equals 13. Next, I'll get rid of the plus 15, and I'll make it minus 15. If I do something to one side, I'll do it to the other. And that leaves me with negative 2y equals negative 2. The last step is to divide the negative 2 on both sides, leaving me with y equals 1. Well, now it's your turn. Give it a shot, see how you do, pause the video, and when you are ready to reveal the answers, unpause the video. Well, I hope you got it right. If you did, throw yourself a dance party. And remember, the only time success comes before work is in the dictionary. This has been a Struggling Student Productions. If you like this video, please press like at the bottom of the screen and subscribe to our channel.